30 to 40 patients visit us every month. Bhagat Ji was fond of children. He used to visit the Golden Temple every day. On his return in the evening, he would always bring some treat for the children. All the children would wait for his return, as he would never come empty-handed. He would bring sweets, dates or peanuts and seasonal sweets. I wonder, if Pingalwara wasn't here, what would have happened to people like us?
Full of energy and up-to-date with his ideas, culled from books and newspapers, he had socially relevant advice for everyone. He used to go regularly to the Dayal Singh Library in Lahore. Bhagat Ji was not only keen in reading newspapers, but he was also interested in knowing the background of the developments he would read. He read and studied the news in depth, which earned him the nickname of the educated beggar. He was a voracious reader and a multi-dimensional personality. He was keen in spreading the message of the great people to masses. He had a fixation with the biographies and lives of great people such as Tagore and Emerson. He started publishing books and pamphlets which he distributed free of charge on recycled paper.
Bhagat Ji distributed lots of literature to the public free of cost. This was not a small sacrifice that Bhagat Ji did. No other organization had ever done it. He would motivate people to read his literature. His writing used to be heartfelt and knowledgeable. He would include foreign authors into his writings. He himself was very knowledgeable and he had a good command of English. He knew the literary figures of the world by reading their literature. The main purpose of the printing press was to make people aware of the problems of the times and their solutions. Bhagat Ji felt that poor people could not read and write because they didn't have the money. Therefore, Bhagat Ji wanted to educate such people. Bhagat Ji used to say that Pingalwara is his university. He wanted to impart education in an unconventional way, and he did so. Here, books are being printed in 10, 20, 25,000 numbers. Thick books of 300 or 500 pages and small books of 40 to 50 pages are also printed, and all are distributed free of charge.
Bhagat Ji had this vision that the Almighty had created this world, be it vegetation or the animal kingdom, where all are interdependent. All have been created to carry out positive jobs. To love everything and to safeguard them is a human duty.
While Bhagat Ji took care of the patients, he was also concerned about the environment. The groundwater table is falling, glaciers are shrinking, water levels of the sea is rising. There is an enormous number of vehicles and so many power plants have come into existence. So many buildings have been built. For healthy breathing, the earth should have 33% of jungle cover, but it has been reduced to 5.6%. On the principle of wind the master, water the father, earth the mother, if we evaluate our water, air and food is already polluted.
Bhagat Ji had also prophesied that after 2025, due to pollution, the population of India would start decreasing because a lot of people would die with TB, cancer or asthma, and many of those born will be handicapped. What Bhagat Ji predicted 45-50 years ago is being realized now. We are spreading Bhagat Ji's message to the masses. We produce 100,000 saplings. From that, we ourselves plant 20,000 saplings from July to September.
Recently, we have started organic farming, where we don't use any fertilizers or insecticides. We show this farm as a demonstration to public. Pingalwara also have a dairy farm. The milk produced here is used for the patients. Following the principles of the Sikhism, Bhagatji started serving those called invalid and suffering people to whom their own families were not prepared to accept. It becomes our duty to serve others and help the great work of the institution of Pingalwada.
The journey was arduous and painful, but single-handedly, toiling day and night, in scorching heat and biting cold, in rains and thunderstorms, undeterred by adversaries, undaunted by criticism, he continued to pick up these wretched, dying, dirty, infectious creatures of God from wherever they could be found, to bring them to Pingalwada. It was thankless, painful, and difficult work.
Mother Teresa had the support of the powerful Roman Catholic Church, of the Western media, and foundations like Rockefeller and Ford, plus the enormous sums of money she got from the Nobel Prize. Bhagat Puran Singh had absolutely nothing.
In the summer of 1992, Bhagat Puran Singh fell ill. Despite being attended to by the foremost specialists, he never recovered. He left this world forever on August 5th, 1992. Thus passed away a legendary figure who fought for the survival of the suffering masses for more than 7 decades.
Upon him were conferred such national awards as Padma Shri, Lok Ratan, and Punjab State Bhai Kanhaiya Award. In his lifetime, he never concerned himself with awards. He even returned the Padma Shri Award after the Indian Army's assault on the Golden Temple in June 1984. It is disappointing that the Indian people never fully honored this hero among them and his service to humanity. Upon his death, no national paper carried his obituary. In fact, he was and remains India's unsung modern-day hero. More than 500 million people in the world are disabled as a consequence of mental or physical impairments. Their lives are hampered by physical and social barriers. Bhagatji had a feeling about such barriers. That is why Bhagatji created something different. He knew that what was needed is treatment of the whole person, not just the symptoms of the disease. Khushwant Singh was the only nationally known journalist to pen an obituary recognizing the magnitude of this man, his mission and achievements in his column, with malice towards one and all. And as for his legacy, it is embodied in Pingalwada, a temple of God without any idol or a representative religious symbol of God installed in it. The only symbol of God in the Pingalwada is the love for God's creation, humans, animals, plants and trees. The aim and chief function of the Pingalwada is the care of the physically helpless people, whether in the grip of infirmity or old age or afflicted with sickness. But in view of its educational activity, the institution is also a social laboratory where the solution of many a social problem is not only discovered but from where it is also broadcast with an effective and original method of publicity. As such, this kind of temple represents a great effort of intelligent humanitarianism and is destined to play its own role in the cultural history of the country.
The picking up of pebbles from the streets is very symbolic. After all, for close to 7 decades, Bhagat Ji had been picking up human pebbles cast away on the streets by a cruel destiny or an uncaring society. There is a saying, God helps those who help themselves. But then there are those who cannot help themselves. And these are the people that Bhagat Puran Singh has vowed to help. Bhagat Ji's mission is best described in these lines, Sorat Mahla Panjma. Humility is my mace, touching the dust on the feet of the people, my spear, the weapons no evildoer can withstand. The Master, all endowed, has armed me with these. Bhagat Ji, you have done wonderful things for people like me. But will our governments, religious institutions, and public at large take inspiration from your life to serve the most needful section of humanity? Bhagat Ji, you will remain forever in our hearts. In my heart, I love you so very much.